Welcome to Chapter 3, Lesson 5, where we're going to learn how to place and thread text within a document. So the first thing we need to do is open up document 3-2 from our handout drive. So going to File, Open, going to this PC, and then selecting your handout drive, going down to Business Handouts, Schonifer, Computer Graphics 2, and then Chapter 3. And then we're going to open up 3-2. So what you're going to see is this file has the same parameters as the document you guys created at the start of this chapter. So your last name, first name setup. The only changes that the local document pages have been colorized and the headlines and dates have been filled in. Also, small blue frames have been positioned over the text frames in each spread. So the first thing we need to do is switch to our Typography workspace. So coming up to the top of our page, clicking on where you'll see Essentials, I believe, and then just selecting Typography. Now we're going to go to our Pages panel, and we're going to look at page 3. So double clicking on the page 3 icon. It says a Manarola, Tuesday, August 9th, and you should see all these lovely text boxes. So now we're going to actually place in some text for this file. So I need you to go to File and then select Place. And then hopefully you are already still on the Chapter 3. If you're not, go to Handout, Business Handouts, Schonifer, Computer Graphics 2, and then Chapter 3. And the file we want to select is our Greek text file. Now when you select this, make sure that you don't click anything else as we're inserting this into a very particular place. So go ahead and select your Greek text and then hit Open. And now what you're going to see is we need to use our fill function. So we have this cursor with these words behind them, and these are the different texts that we're going to manipulate within this document. So what I want you to do is clicking on the left hand text frame, we're just going to click once, and we're going to notice that now there is loaded text into this document. So we're going to adjust this text, and then we're also going to feed it throughout our entire document. So now I need you to go to the text tool by hitting T on your keyboard or by selecting it in your tool panel. Oh, excuse me. And then we're going to click on any word, and then we're going to click 5 times to select all of our text. So clicking 5 times selects the text even if it's not currently visible. So all the changes that we're going to make are going to be to the overflow text as well. And how we know that there's overflow text is we have this little red icon down in this bottom corner that has a plus sign in the middle of it. That's just indicating to us that all the text does not fit within this text frame. So what we are going to do now is we're going to use our typeface of Garamond. So coming up to our top, searching for Garamond, and yours, remember these are in alphabetical order. Then we're going to change the type font to 8. And then we are going to change our leading. So coming over, remember, to our character panels, and leading changes the spaces in between our lines. So right now our leading is set at 15. We're going to change that leading to 9. And then we're going to set our alignment to justify with last line aligned on the left. So remember, alignment is in our paragraph functions. And then if we hover over these options, we're going to find one that says justify with last line aligned to the left. And we're going to select that one. So now that we've made all the text changes that we want, we're going to learn how to flow our text throughout different text boxes without having to copy and paste to get them into those different boxes. So I want you to go to your selection tool, and you're going to click on this little overflow icon. It's really called the red out port, meaning that there's going to be more text within this document than what we can see. So if you click on that, now your cursor has text associated with it. And indicating wherever we hover over and click on, it's going to be filled with the text. So go ahead and click on the second text box on the right, and it's going to fill our new text box. And you'll notice now this turns blue, and has a line leading on where it starts next. But as you can see, we still have some text overflow because we have that little red cross. So we're going to actually flow this throughout multiple pages within our document. So we need to go to View and then make sure that this is selected when we go to View, and then we're going to go to Extras, and then make sure that your item says Hide Text Threads, because if it says Hide Text Threads, that means that it's showing. If it says Show Text Threads, you need to click on it, because we need to make sure that those text threads are showing. And then we're going to reduce the size of our document to 75%, so that if we were to scroll down part way, we can see multiple pages and spreads of our document in the same window. So now we're going to press and hold the Alt key so that we can load this text from multiple points. So go ahead and take your selection tool. We're going to click on the red Outport button so that we have text in our cursor. And then we're going to scroll down and come over to the left, and we're going to start with the far left text box. But before you click, I want you to hold down your Alt key, which you'll notice now our cursor changes, and we can fill that text in these lower text boxes. So holding down your Alt key, go ahead and click, and now you'll see that blue line coming across that connects it. So we're going to do this for the rest of the document. So before clicking, holding down our Alt key, clicking in that text box, scrolling down to our next page, coming to the right, being very careful not to accidentally click in our window with that text. Holding down our Alt key, adding it in, moving over, holding down the Alt key, adding it in, continuing to scroll, holding down the Alt key, adding the text, Alt key, adding the text. And we don't have enough pages to actually fill all of this text, but continue until the end. So holding Alt key, clicking, holding Alt key, clicking. And you're going to notice that we still have some overflow text, and that's okay. Just go to your selection tool, and now you'll no longer see that text. And then go ahead and save your work, and that is all for Lesson 5, but you'll need this document for Lesson 6, so we need to go ahead and save this one on your H drive by going to File, Save As, and then once it opens, going to your H drive, remember you'll see your ID, not the name, and then you're going to save it as last name, comma, first name, and this one is going to be called Wraps and Sections. Go ahead and save your document and get started on Chapter 3, Lesson 6.